the fuck? Fuck it!
Sometimes forest camping took a disturbing turn.
It's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. Alright, let's get the out of here. I don't know if they're like...
Sometimes the forest hides things that were never meant to be seen. Tonight, we're diving into 6 disturbing forest encounters that quickly turned terrifying. The following encounter comes from a creator known as Monotone Adventure, a channel with only a handful of uploads, but one of them turned out to be unexpectedly unsettling. On what seemed like a normal day, he and a friend decided to head out on a bike ride through a remote forest road, surrounded by dense wilderness and far from any nearby town. The route itself felt unusually isolated, long stretches of empty road, thick trees on both sides, and an atmosphere that felt strangely quiet, almost too quiet. And considering how remote the location was, seeing anyone walking through the area would have been extremely unlikely. At first, everything appeared normal, but while peacefully riding deeper into the road, something suddenly happened that Monotone likely never expected to see.
You good? What's going on?
I'm really afraid of my boyfriend. He's kicking things and threatening to burn my bag.
Do you want me to take you somewhere? Alright. Is he driving? Where's the car? Alright, come on. Okay. Where do you live?
I live in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Alright, I'll take you into town.
Yeah, I just need a towel or something.
Alright, here, put this on.
You have your wallet with you?
No, it's in my bag. My family lives in DC, so they're only 2 hours away. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Here. Can you put this on? I'll take you into town.
I'm just gonna turn it off.
Or hold that. Give her your jacket.
Huh?
Give her your jacket. She doesn't recognize it.
Well, we're not going that way.
We will.
Put that on.
He's walking on the platform.
I know, he was trying to call me to get me to go back, and when I said I was too scared, he was like, I'm just gonna burn your f***ing bag.
It's fine. Put that on. Is it big enough? Alright, go ahead. I don't have glasses, so you'll be fine. Good? You get the helmet all the way on?
Yeah, it's on.
No, you gotta put it all the way on. It goes over your face. Good?
Yeah.
Put the hand down around my waist. Around my waist.
Sorry?
Have you been on a bike before?
No.
No, okay. I won't scare you. Let's get back a tad. Is there foot bags back there? See the foot bags?
Yeah.
Put your feet right on there. Go back more. Can you put her feet on the bike? Good? Alright, let's keep it going. Up that way. Yeah.
That's only about...
No, they're in England.
Oh,
My grandparents are in DC.
Do you want to call them? So we can have them meet us in Emmitsburg or something.
Or the... Well, they can come...
Or
that's us, so we just go to Waynesboro.
Yeah, or Emmitsburg's closer for them. Emmitsburg's around Route 15.
Yeah.
That takes you out from DC.
But while peacefully continuing through the isolated forest road, something suddenly happened that the biker likely never expected. Standing alone near the roadside was a woman, visibly terrified and in extremely bad condition. and considering how remote the area was, seeing someone stranded out there already felt unsettling. According to the woman, something had gone horribly wrong deep inside the forest. She explained that her boyfriend had suddenly become aggressive, to the point where she feared for her safety and ran through the woods to escape. Realizing how serious the situation seemed, the biker immediately decided to help and offered to take her toward the nearest town. But considering how isolated the area was, it's difficult not to wonder what could have happened if nobody had stopped to help her that day. The next terrifying encounter comes from a creator known as Swamp Valley, a channel mostly recognized for forest camping, outdoor survival, and camping gear content. On October 22, 2019, he headed deep into the forest for what appeared to be a normal overnight camping trip. At first, everything felt peaceful. The forest was quiet, the atmosphere seemed calm, and as usual, he spent some time exploring the area before setting up camp. But while exploring deeper into the woods, something began to feel off. He started getting the unsettling feeling that someone or something might be following him.
Alright, so I'm in Lanfine Estate and heading up to go meet Colin and Sam. They've already got to the camp and just gonna go have a little fire, chill out, should be good. Stay tuned. Beautiful up here. This is really freaking me out. Somebody is actually following me and it's freaky, man. What the? Like, who the hell is that?
In a deserted forest like this, feeling as if someone is following you already feels unsettling, especially when there is nobody else around. Growing increasingly disturbed, Swamp eventually hid beneath a nearby tree for a moment to avoid being seen, and from there, he noticed something even stranger. As you can see, the man following him appeared to be carrying what looked like a jerry can in one hand and some kind of wooden stick in the other, making the entire situation feel far more disturbing and raising serious questions about his intentions. Being followed alone already felt creepy enough, but only moments later, something suddenly happened that turned the encounter into something far more unsettling.
Oh, fucking hell! Jesus! Fucking hell! Oh! Hell! The fucking... Jesus! Fucking burned. Fucking river. River.
But then, without warning, the situation suddenly took a disturbing turn. The same man abruptly began throwing what appeared to be some kind of fuel toward him, instantly turning what already felt unsettling into something genuinely dangerous. And only moments later, the situation escalated even further. The man suddenly began chasing Swamp while carrying what appeared to be a burning torch, forcing him to immediately run for safety. And considering he had entered the forest expecting nothing more than a peaceful camping trip, having it suddenly turn into something this terrifying would be unsettling for anyone. The next disturbing encounter comes from a channel known as the Hunting Public, creators mostly recognized for filming hunting adventures and outdoor content. On September 25th, 2022 in Missouri, the group headed to a public hunting area to record what appeared to be a normal hunting trip. As usual, nothing initially seemed out of place, but while moving through the area, Nick and Ted suddenly came across something so unexpected that the situation quickly became unsettling. And considering the kind of remote location they were in, what they witnessed felt far more disturbing than anyone likely expected.
gunshot, it sounded like a truck revving up or something, like in gravel, throwing gravel or something.
Yeah.
And then that gunshot was like, that one sounded like a rifle. That last one, like, the other one sounded like a handgun. That last one, like, pow.
Could you make out a few things they were saying? It wasn't good.
Things we won't repeat on here, but it was like blood-curdling screaming. I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that.
But what exactly was that scream? Whatever was happening somewhere deeper in the area, it clearly didn't feel normal. And judging by Nick and Ted's reaction, the situation had already become genuinely disturbing. And naturally, one unsettling question still remained. What exactly had happened out there? Had somebody been attacked, or had something far worse taken place somewhere deep in the woods? Nobody truly knows. Disturbed by the incident, the two eventually contacted the police and explained everything they had experienced. But even after all this time, nobody has been able to confirm what exactly caused the disturbing screams they heard that day. The next disturbing encounter comes from a creator known as Marvelous Marv Fishing for Life, a channel mostly recognized for peaceful fishing content and calm outdoor adventures. Like any normal day, Marv had arrived at Lake Lanier with all of his fishing equipment, expecting nothing more than a quiet and relaxing day on the water. At first, everything appeared completely normal, but only moments later, something suddenly caught his attention. Something so unexpected that the situation quickly turned unsettling. And considering the kind of place he was in, what he noticed that day was likely the last thing he ever expected to come across while fishing.
I thought I heard somebody calling for help. Hold on for a minute. Is that somebody on the ground? Holy crap. Holy crap. Hello? 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 I think we got somebody down, folks. Hello? 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 Ma'am, are you okay? Stand by. Let me get help. Let me get help. Ma'am, do you have a name? Ma'am, do you have a name? Hello, we got an emergency here. I am at the Clark's Bridge boat ramp. I'm across from it at another boat dock, and I have a white female who's on the ground. Appears that she may have fallen and tripped, and she's in a recovery position, but she seems to be gasping for air. Ma'am? Ma'am?
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me an exact address? Are you on the Lake Road?
No, ma'am. I am actually on land right now. I'm on shore across from the Clark's Bridge boat ramp. And I need EMS quickly. I don't see that she's bleeding or anything like that. She's kind of gasping for air.
Okay, did you witness this?
No, I did not. I was on the in my kayak, and I thought I heard somebody screaming, help, help, and it's windy out here, so I pulled up closer and I saw someone laying on the ground. Just relax, just relax, just relax. I got 911.
But you can see the Clark Bridge, correct?
Yes, I sure can.
From where you're standing. Okay, and you're at the boat ramp, correct?
I'm across from the boat ramp. I launched from the boat ramp and I started kayaking down, and that's when I kind of heard what sounded like somebody calling for help.
But only moments later, Marv suddenly noticed something deeply unsettling near the edge of the lake. Lying on the ground was a woman, visibly distressed and repeatedly calling out for help. Realizing the situation could be far more serious than it first appeared, Marv immediately contacted emergency services and explained everything that was happening. At the same time, he also tried getting help from nearby people while waiting for assistance to arrive. And only a short time later, emergency responders eventually reached the area and safely took the woman away. Considering he had arrived expecting nothing more than a peaceful day of fishing, having it suddenly turn into something this serious would have been unsettling for anyone.
Hey, bud.
Hey, what's going on, brothers?
You ready to be fishing,
Yeah, let's just get off with 911.
Yeah.
Again, let me know what information you all need.
I mean, you just found her like this. You were just over there, and she was.
She was yelling for help. She has some personal items over here. Looks like her phone, a thermostat, and a lighter.
What were those items?
They're right here.
What's your name?
I know. I live right up at that middle house. And
Are you the one up in the house?
Yeah.
Thank you for hearing me. I appreciate you.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
I cannot even believe that I didn't see her, but she's in natural colors. I didn't even.
Yeah, so again, with the wind and everything, I said, man, is that somebody calling for help, or is that like an animal?
Oh, she was.
Yeah, she was saying, help, help. So when I pulled around, I saw a person laying down, jeans and everything. So I'm glad you heard.
Yeah, I heard you, and I
So,
came out.
gotcha.
Sometimes what seems like a completely normal day unexpectedly turns into the moment someone's life is saved. And considering the condition the woman appeared to be in, it's difficult not to wonder how serious the situation could have become if Marv hadn't been there to help. But thankfully, instead of ignoring what was happening, he chose to take the situation seriously and immediately called for help. And now the real question is, if you had been in Marv's place, how would you have handled a situation like this? Comment down below. The next terrifying encounter comes from a creator known as the Northwest Wind, a channel mostly recognized for camping trips, abandoned exploration, and outdoor adventures. What began as a normal camping trip quickly turned into something far more unsettling than anyone likely expected. As usual, he spent time exploring the surrounding area before eventually setting up camp for the night. At first, everything seemed completely normal. The day passed peacefully, the environment felt calm, and nothing appeared out of place. But as night slowly began to take over, the atmosphere suddenly started to feel off. And only moments later, something genuinely terrifying began to happen.
I don't know why, I'm just spooked. I haven't been saying that, but I've been spooked since I got here. I keep feeling like somebody's watching me. And then seeing that person. I know it's a public park, but still. Gonna take the Pelly case inside with me. I don't know, I just have this strange feeling back here. Somebody else walked by. I don't think they saw me, but they were close enough to where they could see me. Even with the low light now and this fog, it's kind of just like a shadow creature thing. Obviously it was a person, looked like a dude. Somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. Hello? Hello? Alright, I'm getting the f*** out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the f*** this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? They're f***ing with me. They're f***ing with me here. Holy crap. Get away. What do you want? Hello? I can't see you. Hello? All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here. Hello?
The atmosphere had suddenly become unusually unsettling, and before long, Sam began hearing what sounded like footsteps somewhere outside the camp. And as you can clearly hear in the footage, the sounds didn't seem random. Growing increasingly disturbed, Sam eventually tried confronting whoever might have been outside, calling out and asking if someone was there, but nobody responded. Realizing something felt seriously off, Sam eventually decided to step outside and investigate for himself. But only moments later, something suddenly happened that made the entire situation feel far more disturbing.
Right at the edge of the wood line. It's about 150 yards away. Hang on. You see that? I see you! I can see you! Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. All right, let's get the out of here. I don't know if they're like after me or something, or what the happening. We're getting the here. It's getting bigger. They're coming this way. Holy I don't like this. I'm calling the police!
But what exactly was that glowing figure? Whatever Sam had seen that night, it was disturbing enough to immediately turn what had started as a peaceful camping trip into something genuinely terrifying.
And judging by his reaction, whatever appeared outside the camp was enough to force him to leave the area entirely. Eventually, Sam abandoned the campsite and left the forest behind. But as unsettling as this encounter was, the next case becomes even more disturbing. The next disturbing encounter comes from a creator known as Appy Mountain Trekkers, a channel mostly recognized for adventure content, outdoor trips, and peaceful solo experiences. Like any normal trip, he had headed out alone for a solo camping experience, expecting nothing more than a quiet night in nature. At first, everything seemed completely normal. He spent the day setting up camp, lighting a fire nearby, and even carving a wooden spoon while relaxing beside the campsite. Slowly, night began to take over, but as the hours passed, the atmosphere around the camp gradually started to feel increasingly unsettling. Eventually, after finishing for the night, he decided to get some sleep, but only a short time later, something suddenly woke him up, after something unsettling somewhere outside the camp.
I was woke up by something I've never heard in my life. And I know this might sound sensational or something that, I'm not bullshitting. I heard like 4 quick, very loud, deep guttural calls on this ridge behind me, behind camp. There's like a dip on the other side and it goes up to a higher ridge on this backside and it sounded like it come from over there. But it was like 4 calls, almost like a communication call of some kind. They were back to back, and then there was a pause, and then I heard 2 more. It scared the absolute shit out of me. I'm still rattled. I've never heard anything like that in my life. It sounded like a mix between almost like a pig, some kind of, I hate to even say it, but a pig, an ape, and the calls almost sounded like how the velociraptors communicate with each other on Jurassic Park. I've never heard anything like that in my life. Whatever it is, it sounded like there was 2 or 3 of them, and it started on the other side of my camp, went around my perimeter.
Moments later, he began hearing strange and unsettling sounds coming from somewhere outside the camp, noises that even he struggled to properly explain. Growing increasingly disturbed, he eventually stepped outside to check the area, but without realizing it, something far more unsettling may have already been dangerously close. As you can see, hidden behind the nearby bushes appeared to be what looked like a pair of glowing eyes reflecting in the darkness, something that could have potentially been far more dangerous than he realized in the moment. And somehow, despite how unsettling the situation felt, nothing ever happened to him. But whatever had been lurking near the campsite that night, along with the strange sounds echoing through the darkness, remains completely unknown. But the real question is, could abandoned place exploration be even creepier than forest camping?
Bro, that's real blood.
Yo, that's a freaking pool of blood,
That's
bro.
real blood. It's coming from down there.
If you enjoy unsettling urban exploration videos, don't forget to check out this one, because the real fear is still waiting for you there.